Hi, my name is Yong Leafen. I am a software engineer at IBM TRIRIGA. This session will cover the new UX framework component, triblock-carousel. In this demo, I will cover how to set up and use triblock-carousel component. We will start with the component default behavior. Next, we will go over the component attribute, component method, and then we will end with the component style. What is triblock-carousel? A triblock-carousel is a container that contains an array of items which show and slide each item at a time, and continue through all of the items sequentially. Let's jump to our code to see how to set up the component. Here's my carousel. I have 3 items inside. For each item, I give it color. I set specific height and width for each item and use iron layout to set the layout center. As you can see here, by default, the items slide from right to left in every 8 seconds. And to slide to other items, we can click the back icon button to slide back, and click the next icon button to slide next. Or we can click on the specific dot indicator to slide to a specific item. This means the first dot is shown. If we want to click to the last item, we should click on the third dot. Next, let's look at the component attributes. We can use auto slide duration to configure the waiting time from one slide item to the next. We can use slide duration to configure the transition speed when the item is slide. We can use disable auto slide to stop the slide from autoplay. With that, let's jump back to our code. Let's configure the auto slide duration to make its waiting time from one slide to another faster. Let's give it 200 milliseconds. By default, it is 8 seconds, which is 8,000 milliseconds. Okay, refresh. So the waiting time is faster. Next, let's change the movement speed of the slide. Let's give it 500 milliseconds. The last attribute is disable auto slide. If we use this attribute, the slide will no longer autoplay. Let's use it in our component. As you can see, the slide is no longer autoplay, but we still can go to different slide by click on the next and back icon button or click on the dot indicator. Let's look at the component method. There are 2 methods in this component, slide back and slide next. Similar to the back icon button and the next icon button inside the carousel, where we can slide to the previous item and next item, we can manually call this method to do that. Let's jump back to our code. Let's add 2 buttons. One is for the next button, and the other is for the back button. When click on the next button, invoke slide next method, and click on the back button, invoke slide back method. And let's give our carousel an ID. And also, let's fix the button style a little bit. That, refresh. You can see we can click this button and slide to the next and back. Finally, let's talk about the styling. Here are the available custom properties and mixin that are available in this component. And back to our code, let's use a few of those custom property and mixin. Let's start with triblock-carousel color. This is a CSS custom property that applies for both next and previous icon button. Let's make them red color. You can see it's changed to red. Next, We can modify each button by use triblock-carousel next button or triblock-carousel back button. Let's give next button a top 30% instead of 50% by default, center. And for the back button, let's give it 30% as well and change the color to yellow. With that, refresh. You can see the position is up and then it still functions the same. The next one is triblock-carousel dot indicator container. It's a container of the dot. We can use this mixin to change the dot indicator container. For example, we can change its layout by making it vertical. Let's do that. Now I make it column instead of a row. Refresh. You can see it becomes vertical. Let's say we want it to have display horizontally but pull the position up a bit so the dots are inside the carousel item instead of outside. We can do that by make the margin top -30. This inside. Let's change each dot size to make it bigger, and instead of circle, make it square. We can use triblock-carousel dot indicator, which is a mixin that controls each dot. Here I change the width and height 20% and the border radius 0. Refresh. You see right now it's square instead of circle. And the last one, let's use triblock-carousel dot indicator select color. So every time the dots highlight, mean the item is selected. So this one, the second one is selected, which means item second, it's item 2 and 3, so on. Let's put that in our code. We want to change the selected color to, say, we want to select the color to red color. There you go. Become red. And that's all for the triblock-carousel tech demo. Thank you.